Hi children, today we have come again to do a 5th class social lesson, the globe. The world at a glance. Look at the globe. It is a model of the earth on which we live. Besides, plants and animals of great variety also live on it. Further, it contains oceans, seas and continents. We cannot see it in the entirety. Therefore, we have to take the help of a globe. A globe is a small representation of our earth. We can see the whole of the earth in a small form on a globe. So, a globe helps us in studying the earth. It also helps us in locating the places on the earth. Globes are available in different sizes. Some are small, some are large, some are big. We see globes in schools. Likewise, we can have a small globe in our house also. Our earth is round in shape. It is flat at the top and the bottom. In the olden days, people thought that earth was flat. They did not go very far from the coast for fear of falling from its margins. They were proved wrong when the photographs sent by the satellites and the spacecrafts have proved the spherical shape of our earth. Thus, globes are made to represent the earth. A globe is shaped like a ball. It rests on a bar which can be turned round and round. Just as the earth rotates itself around itself, a globe also can be turned around itself. By turning the globe around, we can see all the places on the earth. We can know the location and size of the different geographical forms on the earth, like the oceans, the seas, the continents, the mountains, the plains and the plateaus. We can also know the answers to some of the interesting questions like which are the smallest and the largest continents and which are the smallest and the largest oceans. The main features of a globe. A globe contains some important features. Look at the globe and you will find the following features. A globe is mounted on a pedestal and rested on a rod in a tilted position, like the positioning of the earth in space. It can be turned round and round. It has the entire picture of the earth on it. It has the horizontal and the vertical lines measured in degrees. We have understood what a globe is. Next, we have to understand various things on the globe. They include the poles, the equator, the hemispheres, the latitude and the longitudes. Poles. Again, look at the globe. You will find an imaginary line running right across the passing through the center of the earth. It is known as the earth's axis. The two ends of the globe is known as the poles. The northernmost point or the point at the top of the globe is called the North Pole. And the southernmost point or the point at the bottom is called the South Pole. Equator. For our convenience, we have drawn an imaginary line on the globe horizontally and vertically. The line which is in the center of the globe is called the equator. It passes round the earth midway between the poles. It thus divides the earth into two equal halves and forms the largest circle on the globe. It is called 0-degree latitude. Hemispheres. The upper half of the earth, which lies to the north of the equator, is known as the northern hemisphere, and the lower half, which lies to the south of the equator, is known as the southern hemisphere. Similarly, the earth is divided into western and eastern hemispheres also, with the Greenwich meridian or 0-degree meridian at its base. Latitudes. To the north and the south of the equator, there are many imaginary lines which are parallel to the equator. They do not meet at any point as they are parallel lines, so they are called parallels of latitudes. Thus, latitudes are parallel lines drawn from north to the south of the equator. They decrease in the size from the equator to the poles. They are measured in degrees. The latitude north of the equator are marked as N. and the latitude south of the equator are marked as S. There are 90 degrees of latitudes on either side of the equator. The latitude of the North Pole is 90 degrees N and the South Pole is 90 degrees S. We have already learned that the 0 degree latitude is known as the equator. At the same time, there are other latitudes which have special names of their own. The latitude of 23.5 north is called Tropic of Cancer, and the latitude of 66.5 degrees north is called the Arctic Circle. Likewise, the latitude of the 23.5 degrees known as the Tropic of Capricorn, and the latitude of the 66.5 degrees south is known as the Antarctic Circle. Longitudes. Besides the horizontal lines or the parallels of the latitudes, there are some vertical lines also on the globe. The imaginary vertical lines drawn between the poles on the globe are called the longitudes. They are not parallel. They are of the same length. They meet at the poles. They are also known as meridians. Like the latitudes, they are also measured in degrees. The meridian which passes through the Greenwich in England is called the prime meridian and is called at 0 degrees meridian. There are 180 meridians on either side of the prime meridian. The meridians east of the prime meridian are marked as east, and the meridians west of the meridian are called as west, W, marked as W. However, it is to be remembered that 180 degrees east meridian and 180 degrees west meridians are one and the same. Location of the places. How to locate the places on the globe, how to locate the places on the atlas map. This is a very helpful book from where you can see and locate places according to the degrees, either in the book or you can do with the help of a globe. Latitudes and longitudes help us in locating different places. On a globe, the network of latitudes and longitudes forms a grid. The grid helps us in locating places. For example, if we want to know the location of Delhi on a globe, we have to know the longitude and latitude of Delhi. We know that Delhi is located between 28.6 degrees latitude and 77.2 degrees longitude. The point where it is located between the two lines where it meets is the place Delhi. In this way, we can locate any place on the globe.